Hey everybody, today is August 25th, 2012, and this is another parts machine Bonanza. I get these parts computers from Goodwill Computer Works for really cheap, mainly for parts and for refurbishing. This one here I paid 15 bucks for, and this one here I paid 10 bucks for. Let's go ahead and have a look at these two. Here's a look inside the first machine. This is a socket AM2 machine. Has an AMD Athlon 64 3200 plus single core CPU. And of course, being AM2, it takes DDR2 and it has 4 banks. This motherboard uses the NVIDIA GeForce, I think it's a 6100 LE or something like that. It actually looks similar to some of the E-machine boards I pulled, and those were actually not working. But let's see if this one does. We're going to go ahead and throw in some memory and hook up a power supply to see if it'll start. Alright, power's plugged in. I got the stick of RAM installed. Let's see if it's going to start. Dust blowing everywhere. So the keyboard lights flash. We're still not getting any video. Now we're getting video. So this one does work. It's actually a pretty nice board. Looking at the BIOS here in this moment, but I'm going to show you the back. It has, of course, your audio, some USB ports, has Ethernet LAN, has both VGA and DVI outputs for video, so that's pretty decent. Let's go and restart this thing, go into BIOS. Really quick on the BIOS screen, so we can catch it this time. There we go. Let's have a look here. This is a MSI MS7252 version 1.1. Pretty typical BIOS. Kind of basic. No real overclocking, no major overclocking settings or anything. It's good for basic run-of-the-mill machine. Has the hardware monitor, all that kind of stuff. So this board does work. Not a problem with that. The time's a little bit off. So I'm more or less paid 15 bucks for this one, and we got a working machine. Motherboard's good, and the CPU's good. Now let's look at the next one. Here's the second machine. This is an Intel-based system. It has this basic Pentium 4 processor in it. Paid 10 bucks for this one. Now this one isn't as good a shape as the last one. Just go ahead and take the cover off, and I'll show you why. The motherboard in this machine has some bad capacitors on the CPU voltage regulator module. Now normally Chemicon is a good capacitor brand, but this here is a bad series, and as you see, all of the 6.3 volt 3300 microfarad caps are bad. They're bulging pretty badly. Not to mention also the rear fan is seized solid. I can barely spin it. Power supply is pretty decent. It's a 300 watt power supply with 18 amps on the 12 volt rail. All the caps inside the power supply look just fine. Decent enough for a basic computer. Motherboard takes DDR memory and an AGP video card, so it takes a newer socket 775 CPU, but it takes the older style video card and memory. I'm not going to be testing this machine in this video because those caps need to be replaced. I'll replace them, then test the motherboard in a later video. And the machine also comes with a card reader. Decent little micro ATX mini tower. Make a good refurbished computer. So anyway, that's another look at parts computers. Any questions or comments, feel free to ask.